Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Train of Thoughts. My name is Trey, and this is where I share my thoughts on the Winnipeg Jets. Fun game last night. The Jets were able to take part in the Heritage Classic in Regina, Saskatchewan, taking on the Calgary Flames. They prevailed 2-1 in overtime. Um, it was a fun game to watch. You know, it's different when it's outside and there was snow falling, but I heard from some of the players and such that the ice was fantastic. Josh Morrissey said it was the best ice he's ever played on in the NHL, so that's quite something. Good job, NHL, for that. Um, but yeah, so um, let's start breaking it down. It was 0-0 after the first period. The Flames scored about halfway through the second period, and that was a controversial goal because um, uh, Matthew Tkachuk knocked it down kind of at the blue line with it looked like a high stick. The Flames were on a power play, and it looked like the stick went above his shoulders. The Jets challenged it, and they said, well, I guess I should back up. He knocked the puck down to keep it in the zone, and they ended up scoring a little bit later or in the next sequence. So if he went to knock that down, the puck probably would have left the jet zone, got a clearing attempt and such, and or the puck would have been cleared, and that power play probably would have not scored. So that was a heady play by Tkachuk. It was a bummer for the Jets. It's I don't know if it was conclusive enough to be able to overturn it. So that's why they didn't. Obviously, it was a little bit of a bummer for the Jets, but they had to go right back on the penalty kill because if you lose a challenge, you get assessed a penalty. So I'm glad that they were able to hang in there and not fall into a hole. Connor Hellebuck was awesome, saving 29 out of 30 shots. So yeah, so they went into the third period down 1-0, and some of the talk was going on. I was listening to the radio in between periods, and the Jets radio was saying, "Hey, this is our second Heritage Classic, and we still haven't scored a goal." And so I don't. That probably wasn't hanging over the players' heads, but it seemed like it was hanging over the fans or media's heads. And then the third period, the Jets came out and made a big push, especially in the second half of the third period. They outshot the Flames 19-4 in the third period in overtime, and finally on the power play, Josh Morrissey ripped one from the point and was able to get it over David Riddick, the Flames goalie's shoulder. Speaking of David Riddick, he was pretty awesome too. He stopped 43 out of 45. So he definitely made some big saves to keep him in. But it was great to see Morrissey score. That was his first goal of the year, and that really seemed like it changed the momentum of the game. There was only the 4 minutes left, but the Jets were able to get it to overtime, which, to be honest, going into the game, I was like, just get it to overtime. Just get at least 1 point. Because the way the Jets have been playing, I don't want to be greedy. And, in the past, there's been times where I've, watched Jets games or followed Jets games and be like, just get it to overtime, just get a point. And it's like, hey, they need 2 points, win in regulation. But at this point, just take what you can get. And also, the Jets are now 4-0 when they get it to overtime or a shootout. So get it to overtime, guys. You're playing well. They probably won't go undefeated the whole year in that realm, but when they get it there, good things happen. So, and speaking of those good things, about I think it was about 3.5 minutes in, the Jets got a 2-on-1. Kyle Connor threw a great pass to Brian Little, who was able to pretty much tap in the game winner for that 2-1 final score. So great game. Some of the key figures. First, I'm going to say Jack Roslovic. Was hearing him being mentioned on the radio after the game, and he really stood out to me. He was probably one of the most standouts guys on the ice. He was skating extremely well. He's probably one of the, in my opinion, probably one of the best skaters on the team. He is fast, but he just seems like he's really quick and nimble and can change directions, change gears pretty quickly. So he looked really good out there. He had a lot of great opportunities, and I'm hoping and believing that he's going to start turning some of these opportunities into goals. And if that happens, watch out NHL, because he's got a pretty solid skill set, and he's still a pretty young player. So he looked good. Talked about Hellebuck. He was awesome. He's been on a really good roll lately, and I think all the concerns that we had in the preseason and after the first game of the season, he's doing his part for sure. Josh Morrissey with that game tying goal, he looked really solid out there and played a lot of heavy minutes. He played pretty much the entire overtime. Brian Little with that game-winning goal. It's great to have him back. It's great to see him get his first goal of the year. And then just some numbers from the game. On the power play, the Jets were 1 for 5. It's nice to see them score on the power play. They had some glorious opportunities their last, I'd say, 3 power plays, and so it was good to see them score on the second to last one. And then their penalty kill went 3 for 4. So they gave up a goal on the first power play, which was the controversial one, and the National Hockey Night in Canada broadcast was talking about how, hey, the Jets they've struggled on their penalty kill. Yes, they have, but that goal was a little controversial, and they also rebounded nicely, going 3 for 3 after that. So I'm seeing this unit turn around. In their last 3 games, 2 of them wins. They have only given up 4 goals. So, I mean, hey, the Jets defense is awful. That's what I was hearing from some media outlets last night. I think that they look pretty solid. One play I want to talk about regarding the defense before I'm done here is Tucker Poolman. I like him. Have kind of a personal connection to his family from way back when I was in high school and stuff. But he made a great play where he tried to shoot a puck in from the blue line, and his stick just shattered, and the Flames went on a rush. He quickly went into the bench, grabbed his stick. It was actually a left-handed stick, and he's right-handed. But he was able to get into play, finish a check on a guy that had a great scoring opportunity, and get his stick in there to thwart that play. So that was awesome. Good job, Tucker. So I'm going to wrap this up now. What did you guys think of the game? What did you think of the conditions? What did you think of the Jets' performance? So please light me up in the comment section. Also, if you like this video, please hit like. If you really like this video, hit that subscribe button. I'm on that drive for 100. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great Sunday, and I will talk to you all soon.